The first time I saw the Sina Hotel, it didn't look empty. It felt alive. The building stood on a hill overlooking Aganda Beach, half-finished and decaying. From a distance, I thought I saw shadows moving inside the broken structure. The wind carried strange sounds, almost like whispers. I remember stopping for a moment, unsure why my chest felt tight. I was traveling through Goa, visiting beaches and old villages, when locals warned me about the place. They called it the Ghost Hotel. They said it was supposed to be a luxury resort, but construction stopped suddenly. One of the owners was murdered there. His body was never officially explained. People believed his spirit never left. I didn't believe in ghosts, but curiosity got the better of me. The path to the hotel was narrow and overgrown. Trees blocked the sunlight, and the air felt cooler the closer I got. Something felt wrong. Birds were completely silent. No insects. Just quiet. When I reached the entrance, the hotel looked like a concrete skeleton. Rusted metal beams stuck out. Vines wrapped around broken pillars. Glass covered the floor, crunching under my shoes. Graffiti covered the walls. Some were warnings, others strange symbols. The moment I stepped inside, the temperature dropped. Light barely came through the shattered windows. Every step echoed loudly, then faded into silence. The hallways were unfinished. Empty rooms stretched endlessly, all looking the same. I felt like I was being watched. Then I heard footsteps. They weren't mine. They were slow and heavy, coming from somewhere above me. I stopped moving and listened. The sound stopped too. The silence felt heavy, pressing down on me. I tried to tell myself it was just the building settling, but deep down, I knew it wasn't. I reached what was meant to be the lobby. Broken stairs led to upper floors that looked unsafe. The air felt thick. I couldn't explain it, but something was there with me. I remembered what the locals said. They believed the owner was pushed to his death inside the hotel. Some claimed you could still hear his voice at night. That's when I heard a whisper. It didn't come from one direction. It felt like it came from everywhere. I followed the sound without realizing it. Every hallway looked the same. The deeper I went, the darker it felt. Then I heard a low groan from above me. My stomach dropped. A cold wind rushed past me. It smelled metallic. Something brushed against my arm. I spun around, shining my flashlight. The shadows on the walls shifted, forming shapes that almost looked human. My legs felt heavy, like the building didn't want me to leave. Then there was a loud crash from upstairs. I should have run. Instead, I climbed the broken stairs. The upper floor was colder, darker. I couldn't see much, but I felt eyes on me. Then I heard a voice. "Get out." It was calm, quiet, but it echoed inside my chest. I ran. I didn't stop until I burst out into the sunlight. My hands were shaking. When I looked back, the hotel was silent again, empty, but I knew it was watching. Weeks later, I still think about it. Sometimes when everything is quiet, I hear footsteps behind me. The Sina Hotel still stands there, rotting in the sun. People say it's abandoned. I know better. The moment I stepped out of the elevator, I felt it. Something was watching me. The Queen Anne Hotel in San Francisco looked beautiful. It used to be a girls' boarding school run by a strict headmistress named Mary Lake. People said her spirit never left. I didn't believe the stories, but I booked the room anyway. Room 410 was at the end of a long hallway. As I walked toward it, the air felt colder. My footsteps sounded louder here. The door looked normal, but standing in front of it made my skin crawl. The first night was quiet, but I couldn't sleep well. Every sound felt too loud. Around 2 a.m., I woke up to tapping on the wall next to my bed. Slow, repeating. Then I heard a whisper. It said my name. I convinced myself it was just my imagination. The second night I was reading when I heard a drawer slide open. I stared at the dresser. When I checked, the drawer was closed. Still, the feeling of being watched never left. Later that night, the whisper returned. This time it sounded closer, cold, stern, like someone correcting me. The room felt darker. The shadows stretched into the corners. By the third night, I was scared to turn off the light. I woke up to the sound of a chair scraping across the floor. It stopped near my bed. I didn't look. The next morning, I asked the front desk about room 410. The clerk hesitated and told me people often reported strange things there. She mentioned Mary Lake, said her presence was strong. That night, I felt something breathe against my neck. I looked up and saw a shadow separate from the wall. A woman in a long dress stood near the dresser. She didn't move. Then she was gone. I left the next morning. Even now, I sometimes hear my name whispered when I'm alone. Room 410 is still there, waiting. A glass lifted off the table and started spinning. No one was touching it. I had heard stories about the St. James Hotel in New Mexico. People talked about moving objects and a ghost child with a glowing face. I didn't believe it, but I wanted to see it myself. The hotel looked warm and welcoming, but the shadows felt wrong. The clerk warned me that some rooms were different. That night during dinner, I felt like I wasn't alone. Then I saw a small figure in the corner. A child. Its face glowed. Then a glass floated into the air. It hovered, spun slowly, and dropped back onto the table. I went to my room shaken. The hallway felt alive. I heard whispers outside my door. Inside, the glasses on my table lifted and circled each other. The room grew freezing cold. The whispers became louder. Then I saw the child again. It stood at the far end of the room, staring at me. Its eyes were hollow. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. Then it vanished. The glasses fell. The room went silent. I didn't sleep that night. I left the next morning and never went back. Sometimes I still see the child in my dreams. The St. James Hotel remembers.